have reached Red Steele's Awesome Toy Collector Review. I'm your man, and today I'll be reviewing Transformers Legacy Dead End. Transformers Legacy Dead End. But before I can get to the actual review, I just want to go over some of the spectacular details on this packaging. Up front here, the display window showing you both the figure and all of its accessories inside. Then on the top of the packaging here, you have the Transformers Legacy logo. Then over here, you have a small little emblem that states that Dead End is 3 out of 5 pieces to form Menasor. Then on the front of the packaging here, the corner you have the 8+, which is the age requirement for this figure. Then in the other corner, you have the Takara Tommy Transformers Generation logo. Along the side here says Transformers, and over here you have the Subcon logo along with Dead End. Then inside of the packaging here, you have Dead End in his race car mode, and below that again you have the Transformers Legacy logo. Down here in the corner, you have the Hasbro emblem. Then on the side of the packaging here, you have two awesome illustrations of Dead End, both in his robot mode. Then on the other side of the package here, you have this fantastic montage of all of the Decepticons from Legacy, starting with Megatron, Dragstrip, Iguanas, Skywarp, and Kickback. Down in the corner you have Cybertron, and below all of that you have the Transformers Authentic logo. And below all of that is the Transformers Legacy logo. Then on the back of the packaging here you have all of the figures features such as Dead End in his robot mode and Dead End in his race car mode. In the corner here you have Transformers More Than Meets the Eye. And over here again it states that his name is indeed Dead End and that he is a Decepticon. And over here you have that emblem that states that he is part of Menasor. Corner here you have the Hasbro logo again. Then in the corner here you have this QR code where if you scan it you can check out Dead End's tech specs online. Transformers Legacy Deluxe Class Dead End. Dead End was released on November 11th, 2022 with the suggested retail price of $24.99 and he's available at all major retailers. Dead End was released along with the other Legacy Deluxe Class Wave 3 figures, Crankcase, Autobot Point Blank, and Skullgrin. Dead End is a G1 inspired figure that converts into his race car mode in 15 steps. He also combines with other Legacy Stunticon figures to form Menasor's left leg. His accessories include 2 Energon blasters and instructions. Dead End stands 5.5 inches tall and he is meant for fans ages 8 and up. I'm gonna go ahead and convert Dead End from his robot mode all the way to his race car mode. But the first thing you always want to do before you transform any of your Transformers, you want to remove all their accessories. So I'm going to go and take his Energon blaster and remove it from his fist. Because for step number 1 of the transformation, you have these door panels right on the forms, right there and right there. I want to go ahead and pivot them back and all the way out, just like that. Go and do it to the other side. Take this panel right here, flip it, so it comes all the way out, just like that. For step 2, you have these wheels that are on Dead End's shoulders, right there and right there. There's like a little pivot right there and right there. You want to swing these wheels down and do the bicep, just like that. Go and do it to the other side. This wheel right here. I want to swing it down to the bicep just like that. Step 3. We're going to swing Dead End all the way around. You have this backpack right here. So why don't you go ahead and untab it just like that. For step 4, you want to go ahead and unhinge these shoulder joints. There's a hinge right there and right there. So I want to go ahead and pull the shoulder out just like that. Do that to the other side and go ahead and pull the shoulder out just like that. In step 5, you have this hinge joint right there. I'm going to go ahead and take this whole head piece and swing it all the way back, just like that. Because in step 6, they want you to go ahead and take this whole backpack piece and push it in, just like that. For step 7 is a little bit sophisticated because those shoulder joints that you pulled out earlier on, there's a tab right there, there's a porthole right there. Let's go and pull them up, have them meet in the middle, you kind of tab into place just like that. Step 8 is an easy one. You just take these panels right here, you push them in, they snap right into place just like that. In step 9, you want to go and turn dead end all the way around. And that backpack now appears to be the hood of the car. So we'll take that hood of the car and flip it over the shoulder joints that you brought together. And snap just right into place just like that. In step 10, you want to take dead end. You have his feet right here. You want to flip it into the back hood of the car. Just like that. In step 11, you want to go and flip dead end over. And right here, you got a couple panels right there and right there. Go ahead and take that panel, flip it open. Flip it open just like that. For step 12, the part you just flipped open, the leg pieces, you want to go ahead and snap them together. Just like that. Step 13 is a little complicated because there's a couple of hinge joints you need to work with. There's a hinge joint right there at the knee, and a hinge joint right there inside the hood. You want to go ahead and you want to flip the thigh right into the back end of the car, just like that. Step 14 is another simple step. You take this whole back end right here, and you snap it right into place just like that. The 15th and final step, that panel that's open right here, you want to go just close it up, step it right into place, and now you have dead end in his race car mode. Now that I have dead end in his race car mode and on my display table, I just want to go over some of his plate features and accessories, first by talking about his 2 Energon blasters. In the original Generation 1 toy, he only came with 1 Energon blaster. That's only because each Stunticon came with a small blaster for them to hold in robot mode, and while they're in a vehicle mode, they had this massive cannon that they could attach to the back of the car, and came over the top of the car. And that was the way you arm the Stunticons while they're in vehicle mode. Well, with this generation of Stunticons, instead, what they did was they included 2 blasters, and they gave you the option to arm these blasters while the Stunticons are in their vehicle modes. In order to do that, at the bottom of each one of these Energon blasters is a 5mm peg. On the back of Dead End's hatch, right here, you have 2 5mm portholes. Just go ahead and grab these blasters and just plug them right into those portholes, just like that. Just like that, and it kind of serves the same purpose as that dual cannon that the old Stunticons would come with. So we go ahead and rotate it around so you guys can see what it looks like from all angles. Very nice vehicle mode. But I'm not a big fan of arming my Transformers while they're in their vehicle mode, so I'm going to go ahead and take these blasters and put them off their side. Because I want to go ahead and talk about the actual vehicle. They did a great job because the original Dead End was modeled after, it was actually a Porsche. There wasn't they weren't very strict on the copyrights for certain toys back in the day, so you had toys of Lamborghinis and Porsches. Well, this one kind of simulates that it is a Porsche because that's the headlights that kind of very reminiscent of the Porsche, and you got the body style, but it has that modern tone added to it to kind of appeal to the kids. This collectible is for us older Generation 1 fans, but they also want to, they want to sell the toys to the kids. That's where the money's at. And you have the trademark black windows. It's very reminiscent of the original Dead End, with the gold stripe here, the red, like that, almost like that darker red, color scheme. With the black windows. It's very reminiscent of the original Generation 1 vehicle. And what you'll notice from a lot of the Generation 1 toys was they took the vehicle, they engineered the robot from the vehicle. But what I love about this toy line, they want to stay very faithful to the animated model of the Generation 1 cartoon series. So what they did was they took the robot mode and engineered the vehicle from that. So you'll see that there's a lot more into the transformations and a lot more into the engineering. And now talking about the car mode, when you roll Dead End, you notice the wheels might slightly roll. Unfortunately, the bottom here meets with the floor, and you don't really want to rub it across the surface because you don't want to damage the paint scheme or scratch up the bottom of the car. So I wouldn't recommend really rolling this as a car. So I think it's more for display purposes. And I know, like I mentioned earlier, they made the design of the car kind of more appeal to the kids too, because they modernized the 1980s Porsche, and they made it more modernized. But I would not recommend if you wanted to keep these figures in great shape. Do not roll these around while they're in vehicle mode. They do meet with the surface. The bottom of the car does meet with the surface of the floor. I'm gonna go ahead and rotate this around so you guys can see what this vehicle looks like from all angles. It's a beautifully done vehicle, and I do not see any of the sacrifice that I talked about earlier on in the vehicle mode, because they engineered both the robot mode and the vehicle mode wonderfully in this figure. Now that I have Dead End on my display table, I just want to go over some of his play features and accessories, but before I do that, I just want to state that Dead End does have a very special place in my heart, because Dead End, the initial run of Generation 1, was my first Stunticon. So finally getting my hands on this character and having one that's so faithful to the animated model from the Generation 1 cartoon series is just fantastic. And just, for me, it's every Transformers fan dream is to finally get a hold of a figure where it's just very faithful to the cartoon series. Because the cartoon series did hold a very significant place in my heart. But let me go into some of the accessories, because Dead End did come with a couple of Energon blasters. Comes with 2 of them. In order to arm these Energon blasters, you have a 5mm peg on the bottom of this blaster. Each one of its fists has a 5mm porthole. You just go and you plug those blasters right into Dead End's fists, and now you have Dead End armed with both his Energon blasters. But if you're a G1 purist, you'll realize that Dead End did not come with 2 blasters. He only came with 1. But in car mode, as I stated earlier on, he did have that cannon that attached to the back, and that's what these are supposed to simulate. So I'm going to pull one of these blasters away. I want to go over some of the detailing on this figure, because like I said, he was more based on the anime model, and I was kind of lazy. I did not pull out my original Generation 1 version of this figure, which I do have on hand. I just didn't bring it out. But if you own the original Generation 1 toy, you realize that he looked nothing like he did from the cartoon, so you don't know what they based that animated model on. But this figure, they went kind of backwards with a lot of the designs for Legacy figures and the War for Cybertron figures, because they went from the robot mode and they tried to somehow squeeze out the alt mode. And with some of the figures, the alt mode kind of sacrifices for some of the detailing for the robot mode, but this figure did not get that. I mean, you have a fantastic robot mode, and as you saw earlier on, you had a fantastic car mode. And for me, I bought the Stunticons initially to kind of combine them in the Menasor and display on my shelf as Menasor. But if I had a choice to, and if I had 2 Dead Ends, I'd actually display this figure in robot mode, because he's a fantastic figure, fantastic in both modes, and I'd highly recommend this figure. But if you guys found any of the information in this review valuable, please like and share this video. Also, if you really enjoy my content, please subscribe to my channel. I want to thank you guys for watching Steele's Awesome Toy Collector Review. I'll check you guys out next time.